and I'm a programmer.
Yeah.
All right. So welcome everybody to Ripples of Waves, and this first time on Ripples of Wave is Jen Ryder, and we're going to talk about who she is and what she's been doing. We're reuniting, and I was discussing behind the stage how long it's been. I think it's been 4 or 5 years. We lost track of time, and a lot of people are jumping in here right now. And Jen, how are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. I stay busy.
Yeah.
I've got 7 grandchildren that
Oh,
absolutely,
congratulations.
so it's and they're out of school right now, so my summer's spoken for. But I stay busy with private clients, and since YouTube has slapped me on the wrist so many times, so that's okay. But
Welcome, welcome back to the club.
yes, thank you,
Yeah,
thank
we are in it.
yes. Yeah, I spend most of my time with private clients, and I know that you've got my YouTube channel on there, and all my information is there in the description on that channel. So if anybody needs to contact me, you're more than welcome.
Yeah.
More than welcome.
Yeah, fantastic to see you. So, just in case anybody doesn't remember, I don't know, it's been so many years. I used to have a channel called Turn the Page, and it was fun when we were all waking up, and
Oh,
it was so exciting. And I had so many people. I tell everyone I was the first one to have negative 48 on, and people are like, "Who?"
yeah,
But yeah, so that's where we're at in this crazy world right now. I don't want to talk too much about that. I want to talk more about you and reading the cards. And I saw here, if you guys haven't seen it, please go to New Beginnings on YouTube. That's Jen Ryder's channel. And she has a nice layout that she does. And it's for the collective consciousness. And I love that. And actually, one of our, was it Charlene was the one that mentioned her and just kind of woke up my memory. And I looked her up. I'm like, Jen Ryder, I
yeah,
remember her.
yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your readings and what you do.
Well, it's personalized based on what the person needs. Because I'll do oracle cards, I'll do tarot. I have about 1,000 decks that I choose from, and it just I coincide with my higher self. Everything is divine, and my guardian angel, I just call him Wings. And I've been doing this about 35 years now.
Wow, I did not know that. Are you serious?
Yeah, been doing it about 35 years. And I let go of it for a little while, of course, when I was raising my babies. But now I just feel that God has led me to try to bring a little more positive into the world and give them hope, because it is just chaos out there, and to encourage people. But like the people that know me and how I read, I tell it like it is. I don't give feel good, tickle your ear messages. If it's negative, I will tell you. But I always encourage people that you're in charge of your own frequency and energy, and you can change negative things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see here. So I'm just going to give a shout out to the chat right now. Joey G is in the house. And then let's see, we got Colleen and we got Charlene. They're always side by side in my chat. We have Mary is out there. And let me see anybody else. I just want to say hi to you guys. I want to first of all say thank you to each and every one of you that continue to come back. I feel very blessed that you guys are here, and I want to send the blessings back to each and every one of you. And I hope that you enjoy the channel and also encourage Jen to come back from time to time.
Sure.
So I do also want to announce that on Saturday I have Arnie and Buckshot coming in. Please subscribe and then like the channel, and so you will be notified. Okay, so with the crazy stuff going on, I don't want to talk too much about geopolitical stuff because, to tell you the truth, Jen, I've been doing this probably 10 years
Yeah.
on and off on these channels, and you get to a point you want to get back to life, right? And
Yes.
it looks like you have.
Yeah, you have to take it with a grain of salt. Anything, always, I encourage people to use their discernment. No matter what you see or hear, you have to use discernment to figure. We don't know what's fake and what's real anymore.
Yeah,
Don't stop living your life. You have to live, and I tell people it's about balance. some people are so far into the spiritual that they forget the 3D world, and then vice versa. You know, you've got to work on your spirituality and don't be so stuck in the 3D as well. So it's about balance. And
Smart woman to say that. Yeah,
but
that's great. People do, I agree with you on that one. When I was doing my political and geopolitical in the beginning, then I kind of went to other people like Alana Danan, and I called them off-worlders, and some people would say, don't call it that. And I didn't know what else to say because you're basically up in the ethers most of the time, and you're
right,
more connected to whatever you think is out there and stuff like that. And we had to find a balance. I think overall, talking about energy, because that's what we are, we had to go through all of those, I don't know, tribulations or whatever you want to call it.
yeah,
We had to explore and get comfortable and then get uncomfortable, and it just kept going up and down like that. So, again, all I tell people is, like you said, live your life, right? And let's see here.
right,
Arnie is saying exactly, Jen, balance and discernment. There you
yes.
go.
Yeah, you have to. If not, you'll lose your marbles, seeing and hearing everything. We've learned to question everything, and that's healthy. But don't go so far down the rabbit holes that you get stuck because you can.
Yeah, yeah.
And that can
So
cause anger. Yeah.
yeah, and the thing is, I tell everybody just, whoever you believe in that's walking alongside you, um, turn a lot of that over. Whether it's you want to call it creator, God, I don't know, juju beats, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Just always know that you've got, an angel, a guide, loved ones.
Yeah.
I truly believe about the loved ones, and stuff like that. So, all right. So moving forward here a little bit, what I normally do when I have people on my show that have the cards, I will. Sometimes you could always ask, if anyone wants a reading out there, or we could save it and you could do a collective reading for everybody at the end, like you normally do.
Whatever,
You're
whatever you want to do. I'm happy to do individual ones. Whether you want tarot, quick, rapid questions, or we can do an oracle card pull. Whatever you like to do.
Yeah. So I already said a great statement. I'm going to put that up there. It's about being creative. I think that's the phase that we're in right now, and a lot of people are finding their creativity. Whatever you think creativity means, it doesn't always mean drawing, painting. It
Right.
could just be a different way of thinking and processing informations and stuff like that. It says, bringing things. What does Arnie say? Be creative. Bring new good things into this work. Counteract fear with love,
Right.
and that's a challenge every single day. I mean, you could have a little bit of a outburst, but you also have to realize after you have that outburst, where to channel it and bring it back. And
Right.
we're human beings. We're not human doings, and that's just something that we tend to forget all the time.
Right.
And let's see here, what else we have. Anybody have any questions for Jen out there? Please put it in the comments. You can see the comments, and I'm so glad that you mentioned that to me. We have, is it Terry No 11 says, I hope I'm saying that right. I would love a reading. How do you do your readings, Jen? Maybe you could explain it to us.
Um, Usually I use the Kachina knife form, but if I'm doing it quickly, I'll pull three cards, whether it's past, present, future. That's usually just in general, especially if you've got a lot of people and there's a lot of collective. Now, if it's one on one, I really take my time and pick things apart because people like specifics. So the more specific the question, the more specific the answer, if
And
that
those
makes sense.
specifics are your personal readings. And I know what it's like to do a reading live on social media versus when I'm in the house and I'm on the camera with somebody. The energy flows a lot more easier. You don't have, and people have to constantly remember that we are energy and there's disturbances and there's stuff
Yeah.
constantly going on and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you guys want a special reading, if you're really struggling with being what I call stuck, and you may use a different term, the cards are just a guidance, and I'm sure that Jen is intuitively just using the cards as a tool. But you
Yeah.
see a lot more. Do you see it? Explain to us. Do you see it in your mind's eye, or you feel it? How does it work for you?
So it's a combination of a lot of things. Tarot or pendulum or any of the tools, they're just physical tools. a lot of times I use that just for encouragement or as a backup. Most of it, I get downloads. And Wings, my guardian angel, gives me most of it. So he plays this movie in my head or shows me flashes or pictures that kind of trigger things and get people to understand. If you could see what's in my head, you'd run. I mean, it's crazy, but I trust it. But to get people to trust me, I use tools like tarot so they can have a. People are visual. They like to see what it is, and I've taught tarot to many of the people actually that are in the chat room. I've had classes and I've taught them, and sometimes they just need a little bit of a confirmation. They already feel it, they already know the answer. So if they get an outside source like myself and tarot, it just backs up what they're already feeling.
Yeah. I'm going to scar off a couple of these people that are asking for
Okay.
readings. We're only going to do a few today. I don't know how much time Jen has. She's got a busy life, and so we'll do just a few of them, and then maybe one reading at the end, just so you guys can get a sample of how she reads. And if you don't know her, get to know her. Her channel is out on YouTube. It's New Beginnings, and let's see what else we have out here. A lot of people are just popping in here right now, Jen. I think that a lot of them know who you are.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And let's see, there was something else that I was going to ask you before we actually did. Oh, okay. So I just want to I don't like talking about myself when I create stuff, but I am actually creating an online educational tutorial for learning to row. And it's just the basics. And it will also come with, at some point in the near future, a deck of cards. And I've been spending a lot of time. I used to be a programmer back in the corporate world, and I picked up that again. And I'll tell you, Jen, I have felt so creative, so alive, so happy that I was kind of doing what I did in the corporate. And I walked away from corporate about 6 years ago. And and then I thought, well, this is fantastic. And the creativity, and you talk about creativity, was just flowing with me, and I couldn't turn off the ideas or get it down on paper quick enough. So it turned into what I thought was going to be one thing and ended up as a tutorial, because a lot of people don't trust their intuition, but
Right.
this tool will show you. Then you can move to the cards or do both of them. And then
Hmm.
I think I also have a journal built in there if people like to do this. And for the younger people that are student, this is going to, I think, is going to be really well out on TikTok. So that's just a little bit of my own thing that I've been working on. Are you ready to do a reading?
Sure. Sure.
Let's
Absolutely.
see. I think Terry was one of them.
Okay.
How do you do it? Do you just tune into the name, or do you just tune into the energy?
Actually, when I see their name, and I know a lot of people in here, and I know Terry, so I know what she looks like, I know what she sounds like, and I know her energy, but I can actually look at the name and see their aura,
Yeah.
and I can
Oh,
feel their energy. So I pull off of that. Sometimes it's a little hard, especially if everybody's going at one time. I have to block in just that one person because I'm picking up on all of them. So
okay.
if they have loved ones, they're walking in and out of here all the time going, "Hey, can you tell them that message?" And I have to zone in on that one person.
Jen, I didn't know any of this. I mean, I had you on my show so many years ago, and you just did a reading. It was very phenomenal. I remember that. And then we kind of everybody parted ways when channels were being taken down. And I didn't know, first of all, that you've been doing it for 30 years. You can tune into the energy and maybe even see some color around them. Can you
Hmm.
tell me, what do you see around Terry?
Terry's is very blue. She's very, very blue. But she phases in and out of the light sky blue to a dark navy blue. So, but those are good. Those are
Hmm.
good. Terry's very
Very.
high up there in the spiritual. So,
Yeah, yeah, I would say so. Okay, let's just see if you want to pull whatever. I mean,
okay.
I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Just short and sweet, and
Okay.
there you go.
Let's see, Miss Terry. I'll pull three cards. Wow. Terry's coming into some new talents, but she's also going through some healing. There's a star card. Now, this is a representation of off-worlders, so she may be paying attention to more of looking up at the sky. She's more in tune with the, I call them off-worlders. What else are we supposed to call them? But the off-worlder beauty. So she may be stargazing a little bit more here recently. She's coming into some new talents, though. So I think communication. Now, this is emotional because cuts are about emotion. This is a very exciting thing for Terry. She's communicating with them, and this is actually one of her strengths.
So she's going to take that emotional energy and channel it into something very positive. It could be positive, emotional.
She can, and contact. If you're making, we have to understand telepathy is very real. So if she's stargazing and she's looking up and she's making contact when she speaks to them, of course, always make sure you're talking to the divine. But when you speak to them, it is a telepathic message and they will respond. So, Terry, trust what you're hearing back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one good way to do that, if you're ship watching, ask them to change colors, ask them to shift the cloud cloaks, things like that. They will communicate back with you.
Very important thing. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Terry, I hope you appreciate that sample, a snippet of energy, but and actually it took Jen a lot to just pull it down, channel it, and decipher it and give it to you. All right, let's see what else we have out here. I think I saw, was it Colleen or Charlene? I can't remember. And then I pegged off a couple of them, and then I think Arnie. That should be good for today. Let's see what else we have out here. Um, I don't want to go too far down. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's just jump to. I can't see if it. Oh, it was Colleen. Oh gosh, let's see. Let's put it up here first. What is she saying? She said, "I've got a question. Why didn't my mom invite me to Mother's Day this year? She didn't even want to talk when I called her to wish her Happy Mother's Day."
Mm.
Ooh, that. Go for it, Jen.
Somebody has been whispering in her ear. Let's see what the cards say. Uh huh. Okay. So there's some secrets going on. There's some secrets. Somebody is yapping in her ear. Um, in the future, she wants you to make the first move. She wants you to reach out. She's got the attitude of, I'm mama, you're the child, you come to me. So, but somebody is talking in her ear, and I don't like it. This is, if you have a sibling, that's a sibling card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A
Hmm.
little reckless, trying to steer mom away from you. So if there's a family
What's
rift
the
there,
outcome? What's the outcome of that? Can you pull a card on that?
mm-hmm, mm, there, it's going to be, this is sad, disappointing. It's heartbreaking. But this is your choice. Do not fear it. And this is a sword card, and it's about communication. You can take the initiative to nip it in the bud. I don't have a filter. So if there's an issue, I was always the peacemaker, and let's get it all out on the table and let's talk about it, what's going on. Just remember people have free will, and you may not be able to change someone's mind, but you have to be at peace with that and let it play out. Just understand that you didn't do anything wrong, but the enemy is always there to poke and prod and, bring the energies down. But someone's whispering in mom's ear, and if you want to get it out on the table, I would do that. I would absolutely do that. But it's
You
not
know,
going to be
sometimes
easy.
they gossip, between siblings, and I know, believe you me, I know how that works. I'm the middle child of two sisters,
Yeah.
and then I've got two other brothers in there, and mom's ear was always busy. So if I could just add this, sometimes when you think differently, and it's not that you're a rebel, it's just how God wanted you to be a perfect energy for what's going on in this world right now. That seems odd or off to other people. That just gives them their fuel, and
Yeah.
so my suggestion is bless them and
Yeah.
move on.
Some people thrive on drama. If there's not drama going on, they're missing something. I've got people in my family that do this, and I've just cut ties because I have to worry about my own spiritual and mental health. There's enough going on in the world. We don't need to be adding to it.
Yeah. All right, we have Arnie out there. I'm just going to move to that one real quickly. And so Arnie asked for a little message, but he also wants, what color do you see my aura? Are you familiar with Arnie?
I am not, but Arnie, you are very yellow. You are fading from yellow to oranges. So you've got a lot of gut intuition there. So we're talking about the solar plexus and around that area, but very intuitive. Very nice. All right. So let's give a message for Arnie.
While she's pulling that, just let everyone know Arnie in Bucks, Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, you got a response from Terry. She says, "Love you, Jen."
Oh, I love you too, Tara. All right. Uh, Arnie, you have a financial gift coming, a materialistic gift coming. Wow. I'm just curious to know if you travel a lot. This is gift is going to allow you to travel. If you plan on taking a trip. Hmm. There's nothing to worry about. Trust it. And there's a female in here. So if you take this trip, there may be a female involved, whether that's a spouse, but there's a female involved. So it looks like you may be traveling. Hmm. Yeah, this is in the future. This is once you get a financial gift and
There you
invest
go.
in it. Yeah.
He has been investing, I believe. I think I'm not sure, but yeah. Let's see here. Some messages just for you. Says Dragon Wings 369 says I totally agree with Jen. I'm not sure what that one statement was for, but she's agreeing with you, which is all good. Someone is saying so great to see Jen on live. Here you go. That came from. Oh, I moved too quick on that one. I think that was from Lisa. Let's see here. And oh, Colleen has said sounds about right. She was agreeing with the reading you had given her
Mm,
about someone's in her mom's ear.
yeah.
Let's see what else we have out here. Arnie, if you could just give us a little bit of feedback on what you thought there. Here, Colleen, says thanks, Jen. Yeah, my sister don't talk to me either. Bum
Yeah.
bum bum bum. They're
Yeah.
all pretty low vibes, so I guess it's okay. Just disappointing. You know, that is so true. It's kind of like we hold high vibes for our siblings, and
Yeah.
then when they pull that, it is the disappointing, the energy that we feel coming down from that. And so that's why I always say, just bless them and move back on, because then you're pulling your energy back. You're not giving it away. You gave it away for 2 seconds. Yeah, all right, let's get it back and let's move on.
Right.
And I know, Colleen, my heart goes out to you. I totally understand all that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we have here. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Oh, Arnie, spot on, spot on. I told
Okay.
you, I knew it when she was saying it because I know Arnie.
Good. It looks like he says he's going to the Amish country in July. Okay.
Oh, is that what he has on here?
Yeah.
All right, all right, that's good. So there you guys go. All right. So this is fantastic. Everybody, she is awesome. You've got to follow her. Go out to her channel. She's on YouTube. This is going to Facebook. I don't see any comments out here from Facebook. I'm wondering if nobody. If sometimes people just kind of hide out there, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping. I don't see anyone on Rumble here, but I didn't do an upgrade. I guess my subscription expired, and I got on here. I turned it on, and so it looks like I might only be on one channel, but that's okay. I could always move it over to the other channels later.
Yeah.
And Dragon Wings is asking, what color is her aura?
Red.
Red.
Very red. You may be dealing with some physical issues, because that's the root chakra, and that's a lot of times that there's some literally root issues in your physical body that maybe you need a cleanse or a detox just to feel better. Janine and I were talking before the show. We're aging, and we can feel it. But it's red doesn't have to be a negative color. It's not. It's just it represents the root chakra, and sometimes that can bring in physical pain. So it's also fight or flight because it brings people back to survival mode. So if there's something that's bothering you, I send you healing light first of all, but there might be some detoxing or something there. But it can be emotional as well. If there's something you need to release and you're going through, forgiveness is the first step. Yep.
We have Purple Soul 777. It says, any promotion soon? Maybe a man, perhaps?
Oh, he was still wanting her man. Okay, let's see. Let's do the promotion first.
It's overrated.
I need a man. All right.
Oh,
Uh,
careful what you wish for.
yeah. All right, Eva, let's look at your promotion question
Let's do it
first.
this way. Let's just say she needs love, and not the man. Obviously, the man with it, but you know.
Eva, you may want to take on this is either more education or taking, in order to get that higher promotion, you may have to go through some like conference meetings and things like that. That'll be coming in first. It'll be an investment that you'll have to do. It's not like the company's going to go, well, here's a free upgrade or promotion. You would have to invest. They may want you to get a little bit higher education before they're going to offer it to you. Don't you love it? All right, let's
She
find.
says down
See,
below. She says, Jen promised me a man.
I promise my crew all the time. I said, if you get married, then I'll come to the wedding and make tater salad because that's what I specialize in. Let's see. Eva needs a man. Will she get one?
Yeah. Let's see here. I think I might have missed somebody, and if I have, I'm sorry. Depending on Jen's schedule, we could always have her back again.
Yeah.
We have some time as long as you have some time, Jen.
Yeah.
All right. All right. This is good. Let's see what else we have out here.
Eva's going
Uh,
to find her a man, but focus on you first, and you're going to find this guy at work.
Work.
Yeah. Yeah. But focus on you. Focus on you. Eva's got to be happy before, don't expect a man to make you happy, is what I'm saying. They're great and everything, but you be happy and be comfortable where you're at before he comes along.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um, Yeah, if you guys want an extended reading, please reach out to her on YouTube. All of her contact information is out there, so just go out there and check it out. Let's see here. We have Alley Cat is in the house. How you doing, Alley Cat? And let's see what else we have. If anybody has any other questions, otherwise, um, we could just kind of move on from the readings or continue them. It's up to you.
Whatever you like to do.
Let's see here. Yeah, so I'd like to actually hear a collective conscious reading for everybody.
Yeah.
And so this is June 4th. Um, so this is for today only, is that correct?
It can. A lot of times they don't limit it. They let me know. They get excited. Spirit gets excited when they want you to know, whether it's negative or positive. Spirit will get excited and say, "Let them know this." So we'll give it a shot here. Overall collective message. All right. We're great manifestors. Daggone, we're great manifestors. Keep doing that. As long as you understand who you are. I love this guy. Now, he can be a little smug and a little pompous, but this is about knowing who you are in the divine. And when you know that, man, you can make stuff happen. Let's see. Continue to love. This is love offerings. Be kind to people. Sometimes it's hard, I know, but continue to send that love out there. Right now, people are looking for financial stability, and I get it. But they're also looking for justice in the world. Those are two things that the world is missing. People are hurting financially in the 3D, and I get it. But people want justice for all the horrible things that have been done, not only to us. I say that we've had it pretty good compared to like littles, things like that. We don't have to get into all of that. Continue on your mission. And I always look at the Hermit as our divine creator card because you have a mission for him, you have a mission for yourself, but God's got you. And that's a beautiful thing to know. When God's got your back, that's encouraging.
Yeah, fantastic. Uh, Joey G17 is out there. He had been on my channel. He's still running the gamut of being a true truther, I guess. I've kind of shied away from all that stuff. But Joey, if you're still in the house, I'd like for her to read your aura.
Oh,
He's an Italiano. We speak Italian together and meatballs and everything else. But yeah, so it's Joey G. I'm just checking to see Joey G if you're still there, if you're listening. Sometimes he's working and he listens. So
yes.
Joey, just give me in the chat there if you've got a second.
Okay,
Every
so
day, Arnie, love you too. He looks like he's there. It's the last one.
yeah, there's a lot of it's a phase from blue into purple. So he's got a lot of lavender around him. There's a lot of crown chakra energy with Joey. Yeah. So if he's really good at getting downloads and information, yeah, that's where he's at. But he likes to try to stay a little mellow too. He speaks his mind. That's where the blue throat chakra comes in. He will speak his mind. Yes. Uh-huh.
He will tell you F off if he has to. And
My kind of guy. Because the people that in here that know me, I don't have a problem. It's probably one of the reasons I got kicked off YouTube. Because I'll tell you, yep,
yeah. And then I just want to put this one up here because this picture it's Charlotte
it's Charlotte. Yep.
Mesa 7129. I'm getting I know this energy. I remember it from a while back, but she says, "I'm glad to see you you gals are back together. I
Yeah.
love you." Yeah, this is good. If you know anybody that feels stuck, outside your family or whatever, send them to Jen. She'll just make them feel so comfortable. She doesn't have the whole woo woo thing, but she's giving you the woo woo without you even knowing it.
Yeah.
So Joey G says, "Spot on, Jen. Spot on." Yeah, you did good with him.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I
I
love
do.
Joey. I love Arnie, and I love Buck, and that's who we're missing here. As Buckshot is probably busy, but would you be able to pick up a color on Buckshot just by me saying his name?
Mhm. So a lot more yellow and orange again with the solar plexus and the intuition. Someone that follows their gut more often than not. So if there's a question about something, instead of going through all the is it this, is it it's not a teetering back and forth. He just goes with what's internally in his gut.
He's a beautiful soul. He really is. Not that, and all the guys that I have on the show here are all beautiful souls, but Buck is. I just wish he could see what we see and we feel from him, and he's just he loves humanity.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed one thing with you say his name is Buckshot. There's something about the size of his aura. I'd like to see his aura grow in size because the love of humanity is beautiful, but the love for self needs to grow because our auras are multi-layered, and how we feel about ourselves is it comes in size. So I'd like to see his grow a little bit more.
I think he's working on that.
Yeah,
Um, and I think that's what he's in a certain place right now in life. But if we have him back on, I'm going to make sure I have you back on. I'm going to make sure he comes in. And he's great. Maybe we could even do a show with you and Buck.
sure.
That would be really fun. And I know that you like to do morning shows. Is that correct?
It really doesn't matter as long as I keep my evenings open because that's family time. Everything is chaotic in the evening. So during the day, you've got me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing with me. I don't mind doing these morning ones, but again, you guys just go to New Beginnings out on YouTube, get her contact information, and if you would, just get out there and put in there if you had a reading from her to thank her because it always ups the algorithm when you put comments in. The algorithm is something that's crazy with YouTube right now. And I just want to say thank you so much, Jen. This was a lot of fun, and I know that everybody here is appreciating it. Yeah, let's see. Anything else that you want to talk about, or go in a different direction? It's up to you.
Well, I want to encourage people. We talked a little bit about we try not to get into the geopolitical situations because it's so depressing. Mainstream anything is depressing, and now I have found that even truthers can be a little on the sad side sometimes. Do things in moderation.
Hmm.
Always follow your gut and discern what you're listening to. And here recently, I have found that I'm telling more people just turn it off.
Yeah,
Just turn it off
yeah,
because it's bringing us down, and we really need to raise our frequency and be at peace. Find that inner peace with yourself, be in nature more, whatever that looks like to you, because everyone's different. But when it
yeah.
becomes an obsession, that's a problem. So,
Well, we used to have our TV on in the house all the time, and as you know, as when you first came in into the green room there, I had a radio playing, which is my little portable radio, and I love it. I told a lot of people about it, and they actually went and bought it. It's on Amazon.
oh,
It's
how
old
cute.
fashioned. This is a solar panel, so if you're
Yeah,
outside with your radio, go to the beach, go wherever, it
yeah,
will keep it charging. I
nice.
have music on in the house all the time, and to tell you the truth, the communication between my me and my husband is a lot better.
Yeah,
Turn off that damn TV because
yes,
it's it's great to turn on for a movie to escape,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's different ways and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, when we become in this great awakening, it seems like everything we see and hear, we start attaching it to things that we have found out through a rabbit hole that we've gone down. And it makes it harder for us that are awake to just live our lives because now we analyze everything we see and hear, and sometimes you just want to get away. If it's a mind numbing movie, do it. If it's an old fashioned Little House on the Prairie, turn it on. Just something that raises your vibration. But music is universal. Whatever makes you happy and brings that vibe up, do it. I encourage it.
Yeah, Arnie out there. We'll talk about the music and the uh, or frequencies that they have dummied down on certain songs, and you can tell by the generations. If something is very heavy to you, but whatever it might be. But yeah, music is really good. I go back to my 70s and 80s because
Oh,
I'm old.
yes.
All right,
Yeah.
so all right, we got a great question. I think somebody brought this up on one of my shows one time, and I completely forgot until now.
Yeah.
It's coming from Colleen. It says data centers. Janine, Jen has some insight on them. So,
Yeah.
do you have data centers being built in your location, Jen?
Yeah. They're actually, right now, they just voted to put one maybe 10 miles from here. But I'm trying to get people to understand they're not what you think they are. Now, because there's already 5,000 of them in the US, some are data centers. But there's another thing that I pulled cards on that showed me they're not what they think they are. And someone who helps design them, the engineer, came forward and said they're not data centers, they're prisons.
Oh, I actually heard that. And you
That,
know what? Not too many people talked about it. Kind of went like just fleeing.
yeah, that they're prisons. They said in order for the data center to do what they claim it does, there would have to be a whole lot more. I'm not an electronic person, certain cables that have to run. And they said these do not have them. The infrastructure and the design of these are identical to prisons that are built because this engineer has also built prisons. So I don't think we should jump to conclusions quite yet of what if they're all data centers, because we know that justice is coming and there are massive amounts of people that will be arrested where we put them. So it is a possibility, and one of the reasons they're pushing them as data centers is to get people to wake up, get people to go to your city council meetings and be more interactive. So all the stuff that they have done to us over the years stops, and our voices are heard. Get more people involved. So I don't think that we need to let the information of what we think data centers are, don't let that bring you down, because I think there's a positive spin on this.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, and I remember seeing that. I the only type of news that I watch, Jen, is X, and that is getting almost like Facebook.
Yeah.
It really is. Something is changing. Everyone says Elon Musk owns it and did all that. Yeah, they did do that. But then I think something else has come in. There's constant changes all over the place. What I am seeing though is mainstream media is breaking down. They fired Scott Pelley out of CBS, and if you ever listen to Trump, he always says CBS is the worst that's out there. So there's something going on. Somebody's shaking it up out there.
Yeah.
The one thing that if you could pull like three cards on this is everything is an illusion, right? And it's like you can't believe anything. You said that in the beginning, Jen. You
Yeah.
said it's kind of hard to see what's going on. How much longer are we going to be in this illusion of life, if you will?
Mm.
Or if you got another way of phrasing that, just see what you get.
Well, tarot is anti timing because spiritual is beyond space and time, but we try to narrow it down. And what Wings is showing me now is multiple clocks, which means it depends on where you're at in your spiritual path. Some, the clock is barely moving, and others, it's spinning like crazy. And this is the advancement or ascension, whatever you want to call it. People are going to be arriving where they need to be at different levels. And I agree with Arnie. These places do give a low frequency, but it's going to challenge us to raise our own. Okay.
I think who was it? The original FEMA plan reversed is what Arnie is out there saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Arnie, we got to talk about this on Saturday with you because this is one subject we didn't go into a lot, but
Yeah.
if this will be really good to get his perspective on it.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we have out here. Oh, Mayday is in the house. Hello, Mayday. A long time no see. So yeah, that's a great perspective on these data centers. So one of the things that people are freaking out about, like you said, there's 5,000 of them. I did do my research and I saw where they were at. I think they were talking about putting one down here in Alabama, which really is disappointing. I hope they do it somewhere else. But so these data centers apparently are very loud. It's using up a lot of water resources. Is that is that part of the illusions, Jen?
Hmm. Many of the things that the data center, or not just data centers, but look at the 5G towers, what they were intended for, they're weapons. But anything negative can be turned into a positive if the right people are in control. So we need to remember that. Um, this is the data centers, yes. So they can actually be positive. This is smoke and mirrors. The magician card is a trickster. It's not all that we think it is. We have to look past what's black and white in front of our face. And we
Yeah,
can't assume that what we're being told is truth because we all know that that's a joke.
yeah,
So, absolutely, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors here. And I agree with their original FEMA camp thing, but it's not for us, it's for them. And if you think
yeah.
about the number of indictments there are, and under each indictment, there's 99,000 under each one. That's a
Jeez,
lot.
I didn't. I knew it was high. I didn't know it was.
There,
Yeah,
yeah, that's how it rolls out.
yeah.
And
See, I've gotten away from that's good. I mean, this is good. You're bringing a lot of good information back, and a lot of things that I've kind of like just taken it and filed it somewhere, and just kind of moved on from it. Let's see here. There is so much. Arnie, you are just like beaming with information out there. Um, Mary is saying, will the traders be the inhabitants of those buildings? And I think you answered that. Is that correct?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the goal. I think we need to understand that it really depends. This is about timelines. Which one are you going to be on? We
I
have a
love it.
positive timeline and we have a negative timeline. And where you're at with your frequency and your growth spiritually was going to determine which one do you want. There's a bad ending and there's a good ending. Like pick a lane. So, and you can't ride the fence. It's either or. And we're seeing as people wake up which side of the fence they're on.
That is so important because a lot of people are checking out, Jen, and for you
Yeah.
to say that you got to pick a fence, right? Pick a side that you're on. And so if people are saying, I've had it. It's too overwhelming. Facebook is libtards, that will fight and argue with you, and social media. I'm still on Rumble, but I don't follow it as much. And after a while, it just gets to be, when is this going to end? I'm kind of tired of it. But there's always some bit of information out there to let you know that the process is still in process, and there's so much more that we didn't know about that we have to pay attention to it again. And
Yeah.
it's for the level of consciousness to be risen so that this doesn't happen again. And I think a lot of people lose that. They
Yeah.
lose, the whole consciousness aspect of it.
Yes. Absolutely. I just encourage people to seek their own truth and what feels right. I don't think we listen to one. Now, some people are obsessed with just certain people. I think we need to be open, listen to it, take it with a grain of salt, and see how it makes you feel. People that have been awake for years and years, like we have, it's harder because it seems like it's just a snail pace. But we have to remember this is where we show a little mercy and grace for people that are just now waking up. We remember the anger stage. It's like the grieving process, denial, anger. It's very hard. It's hurtful. It's sad to find out all these truths that are coming out, and we have to show patience and love towards people that are just now getting there, and give them hope. That is a huge thing. Love and hope, and keeping our vibrations high, and not doing the "I told you so, I told you so," because that does not going to help anyone. Just
There
be
are
there for
so
people as
many
they wake
people that
up.
are awake, Jen. If you get out on TikTok, and I get out there from time to time, I'm not a big fan of it because it's just too much. But
Yeah.
yeah, and that just showed me the level of consciousness has risen. But then there's a lot of people out there that are just full of shit and putting things out there.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, let's see if they believe this, and I come to find out that, everybody's saying, everything is inverted. They're saying, male, female, all that other stuff, and they're trying to just, throw a lot of bullshit out there. So you got to still have that radar on, if you will.
Right.
Um, let's see here. What else we have? Let's see. There was something else that I wanted to ask you. I can't remember. These guys are just giving a lot of information out in the chat there.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask. Do you
Okay.
ever talk about the financial aspect? How everybody. There's something that I saw that I think something is going away, something's coming in. I haven't kept up on. What do you think about our financial system, and how
So,
far away are we?
so I have been calling it the RV for years until I got smacked on the wrist, and the good Lord told me stop calling it that. It's a divine wealth transfer. And we were always told that the riches of the wicked would be stored up for the good. And that's where we're at. So, looking into now, what I tell our humanitarian group, and a lot of the people that are in the chat are a part of our humanitarian group, and we hope to work together in the future, that we have to look at the geopolitical to understand the timing of it, because this is a system. The old system has to fall away and the new system has to start. Now, every time I pull cards, and I'm happy to do it again, I always get the Tower card, that there has to be some kind of crash or fall. Something has to happen before the other one kicks in, if that makes sense. So, and there's so many different funds, whether it's Saint Germain, Rodriguez. There are funds out there that are even larger than that. There is so much wealth out there, we can't wrap our brains around it because it's been hidden, just like our history and the facts that they keep from us. Let's take
A
a
lot of it
look.
also was money laundered out. I saw
Yeah.
something that made a lot of sense. It said if you're paying a lot of taxes, it's going to foreign countries. So if we stop paying the taxes, it's not going out, and we keep it all for ourselves. And that's what I believe the tariffs are all about. That's just my thought, and a lot of people get their butt hurt, if you will, if you talk about tariffs, but. hey, that's where we're headed, and I think it's a good thing because it happened in 1913. It'll happen again in 20 whatever year.
Yeah, there's cycles, and we call it a jubilee. But we are going to have victory, and they're working on this. This is a constant. They have to master it. We do not want this to happen, and then somebody that's a bad guy still has a foot in the door, because that could. And once again, here's the thing: it's a big secret because there's that tower moment. There is something that has to totally collapse, but don't let that scare you, because we need the old system to collapse in order to bring in the divine wealth transfer. Yes, it's going to be exhausting. Absolutely. As far as timing goes, we have two sevens. Okay, beware of what you're hearing out there, but we have a triumph victory card with the chariot there. So be careful with the information that you're getting. So two sevens, that's next month. That's the seventh month. So, and I think that here in this nation, July 4th celebration, that's a huge thing. That is a huge thing. I would like to think, I'm hopeful that this administration or the good guys are not going to let us go into this beautiful birthday that the country's having. And people are so down and disappointed. And what is there to celebrate? I love our nation, but people are broke, they're sick, they're hurting, and it's kind of hard to get in the mood to party about a 250th birthday when everything is so hard on us. But according to the cards, it looks like next month.
I'm so old that I celebrated the bicentennial.
I'm a bicentennial baby. I was born in 76. So yeah, I turned 50 this year. Yep.
Yeah. So Arnie out there is saying 250th year of slavery ends
Yes.
then, and which is how I look at it. I've said that silently so many times. When they said the British are coming, the British never left. You know,
Exactly.
and yeah, so that should have been a clue, but it never was.
Yep.
Um, and then everybody turned into what was it with the Benedict Arnolds? Everyone
Yep.
became a Benedict Arnold.
Yep.
So I'm being very kind here. All right, let's see here. Yeah, a lot of people can't afford a lot of things. You're right on that level, and I'm constantly taking a look at what we're spending our money on, and then cutting it out, and then looking at it,
Yep.
again over and over. This whole thing of being a budget. How about one other question, and we'll wrap it up here if you don't mind. What
Sure.
about silver? A lot of us did invest in silver. How does that look? It was climbing, 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 then it came to a halt. They cut it off. Um, yeah, what do you think?
I think that's planned. They've been moving silver around, the big bankers. This is my RB card. So it's going to go up. We're going to be disappointed. It's going to stay down for a little while, but it will go up. And this being the divine wealth transfer card, I read that is when everything goes with the currencies and bonds and all of that, silver will also skyrocket. Because in order to back up this paper money that they claim, there has to be an asset backed system, and that's when you're going to see it skyrocket. So it's all going to kind of systematically happen at the exact same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Thank you so much, Jen. A lot of people are here. Also want to let people that don't know who I am. I am on Facebook, and it's called Live with Janine. That's it. If you could find me out there, I'd appreciate it. We are live right now on Facebook. I think Terry B is out on Rumble. It's the first one that I saw. She says, I'm 80 years old and I'm going to celebrate 250 years for all my relatives that have died. I love that. I love
Beautiful.
that. And actually, you know, this is another subject. We can pick this up next time, Jen. I love having you here. I knew the minute I reached out to you, I just got that great energy, that came through when I sent you that email. And I think you may have also gotten it too. This is
Yeah.
very positive for everybody to see and feel and know, and just go on and know that we're getting closer all the time. I hate saying that, but closer to what is whatever you want to call it, or whatever you want it to be. But I think next time we want to talk about what unfortunately, all the injured people out there that actually did get the shot, and we could be very, very careful with that. But it's coming to the forefront, and everyone's aware of it. I do remember people out there telling me to keep my mouth shut because they just want 2 weeks. That's all we have to be in lockdown 2 weeks, and then they get free. And unfortunately, there was a lot of lives that were lost, and that's the heartbreaking part of all of this. And knowing what we're going and where we're going with medicine, or I don't even like calling it the word medicine, but healing in general. Um, and Trump talking about there's something out there you could drink that brings you back to life. I don't know what that's about, but
Yeah.
we're gonna pick up with you on that next time.
Well, there's nothing wrong with hope. We need hope. There's always something to look forward to. We have to think positively. So any of the stuff that's going on in the world, think positive. Good things are coming, and we have to believe that. But it starts with love within and then pushing that outward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we started with Terry, and we're going to end with Terry and saying thank you, Janine and Jen. Love you, and we love each and every one of you guys. Please just remember that any of the energy disturbance out there, and that's who we are. We are all energy. We have to know that. There that we can change how we feel and how we think about stuff, and you can even do that for other people that you are with because you are a beacon of love in life, and you have more power than you actually believe that you have.
Absolutely. Yeah. And try to stay positive. Well, a lot of us are losing loved ones, whether it's from this, and we need to understand people have soul contracts, and it just wasn't meant for them to be here for the transition or the awakening. But I'm telling you, they've got the best seats in the house. They're
Yeah.
there. You may not be able to physically hug them. I lost my youngest son almost 2 years ago, and he was 22 years old. I never
Oh,
saw that coming, but I
yeah.
made
So
peace with it.
sorry.
Yeah, I made peace with that. And yeah, he had food poisoning, and it triggered something in his diabetes, and he passed.
Oh,
So, but 22 years old, that's something I made peace with within. So, if you've got someone that you've recently lost or is getting ready to transition, please don't lose hope. This is something they chose, and not everyone is meant to see this through. You have to make peace with that, and it's okay. But like I said, they've got a great seat in the house watching this whole thing, and
yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah. Your son obviously was here for a short period of time, but is guiding you obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's so much love that's coming through the chat. I know you can see
Mm.
it, and yeah, this is really good. I appreciate it so much, Jen. It's so funny because I said, Jen, what have you been up to? This is in the green room, right before we went live. She says,
Yeah.
well, I moved 3 years ago. I said, so did I. I moved 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and we couldn't remember how far back that we were, doing turn the page. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're all with our soulmates, if you want to call it that. We've been traveling, we've been holding the energy and the vibration no
Yeah.
matter where we go, and we're just doing what we don't even know what we're doing, but we're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're just going on our path, whatever that looks like. I would just put one foot in front of the other. It's going to be okay.
In honor of your son, what is his name?
Michael.
Michael. Oh, an angel Michael.
He
Okay.
was named after Archangel Michael. And when he passed, because I can communicate with him, that's a blessing that I have. I asked him if he was scared because, as a mother, that was my biggest fear because he died alone. And I said, were you scared? And he said, just for a second. And he told me, he said, Jesus walked in and brought Archangel Michael to escort him to the other side. And Archangel Michael told my Michael, he said, it is an honor that he was named after him. And my Archangel Michael looked at my Michael and said, no, it's my honor. So he was a beautiful, beautiful soul.
Spirit, our soul is so beautiful, but we have a body covering it,
Yeah.
and I'll just end it with this. When I was younger, I would always see your light before I saw your body. And it was just a gift that I was given. And as I got older and older, just everything, I stopped seeing it until I discovered the Akashics. And then when saw the
Yes.
Akashics, that's all that I saw again. And there was a reason for that. And each one of us do have these gifts just to know energy. And I think Dragon Wings out there does it with animals. And so we all have that thing that we're holding the vibration and the frequency of love for this planet. And I just think that's a beautiful thing. I don't know how else to say that, but thank you for
Yeah.
sharing everything that you have shared with us. You've touched my heart so much again, Jen. Um, I, I'm just all I'm just all welled up from it, and I know the people at home are feeling this also too. And we just love you. I hope you come back, Jen.
I would be happy to. It was good to see everybody. A lot of my people are in here, and we're just one big family.
Yeah, we are.
We've spider webbed out to different locations, but it's beautiful to see how everybody can come back one way or another. We're all connected. Just remember that.
Yeah, we really are. And so thank you guys for being here. We're at the hour right now, and I hope you enjoyed. This is a beautiful treat that you gave us, and we'll see you guys all real soon again. And thank you for being.